guys, I really don't know how to start this video, you know. I didn't even want to make this video, really. But you know, with everything that's been happening, I'm sorry, I just can't. Hey world, what's going on? It's Gojo4 with you back once again. So why is it that people do that? Like so many YouTube videos, like, I don't know how to start this video, or they just start with a sigh, or like, I didn't want to make this video, and I'm like, why? Just cut to the point. Don't give us this melodramatic nonsense. But anyway, the real reason I'm making this video, like a month later, I know I've been, where's Gojo4 been? He's disappeared. Well, I'm back. Again, the real reason I'm making this video is because there's a lot of hot stuff coming out over the next, like, 2 weeks. This week is the launch, the release, on time, by the way, of the new Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location spin-off game thing. I say on time because it, you know, the release date is when the game's actually seeming to come out. The creator always seems to release these Five Nights at Freddy's games like a month earlier, or like it's become like a running joke now that he would like promise this is the release date and it would come out like a month earlier, and everyone just kind of laughed. Or it would just come out like he put out the release date and then like the next day, boom, it comes out. But no, he's kept to his word, and it's actually, it seems like it's coming out this Friday. It hasn't come out yet. More than likely though, you know, bigger YouTubers that he knows will probably get a demo of the game like in the next couple of days, so that's gonna drop. And apparently they're building like a new big Fright Dome, a new attraction at the Fright Dome in Las Vegas. So if you're in Vegas, go check out the Fright Dome. They have a new Five Nights at Freddy's based attraction that you can go run around and get spooked by Freddy and the gang. There's a couple videos, you know, those guys that, like Raz and 8-Bit Gaming and all them, they made videos about it, so go check it out. If you're lucky enough to go ski it, I would definitely do it. If I lived close to Vegas, I would definitely try it out, if it wasn't too expensive. But it's also probably going to be the last actual Five Nights at Freddy's game made by Scott Cawthon. There's going to be remakes made for console, though. That's pretty exciting. I'll probably get that, you know, when that comes out on Xbox. I know. Shut up, all the PS fans. I can see you. I can see you writing those comments right now. Oh, he's the Xbox. Oh, what a loser. But anyway, but the real big stuff is next week. Shin Godzilla comes out in the United States. And then like I think a day after it comes out in Australia, and like a day after it comes out in Canada. And it'll be here, at least here for a week. And I already am, I'm beyond excited. Pretty pumped. It's almost relieving because I've been waiting for this movie for 2 months. I've been avoiding spoilers. It's why I haven't really been on YouTube as much, because it's like, what else am I really going to talk about besides Shin Godzilla? But I don't want to know more about Shin Godzilla because I don't want to see the movie. I don't want to spoil anything for myself, so it's why I've been kind of distanced from YouTube. I haven't talked about the toys or the trailers, the commercials, the marketing, or anything, because I don't want to see any of it. And unfortunately, I feel like already too much as you know, if I go on my Instagram and people are like posting photos of the forms or his fire breath or other footage, and I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to see this. I go on YouTube and there's another clip, and I'm like, no, I have to like scroll past it or block it. So I'm trying to be vigilant. I want to see this movie with fresh eyes. I never want anything, like, I want everything to be a surprise for me, because it's such an interesting Godzilla movie from what I heard. It's getting good reviews. It got an 8.5 by IGN. But it was already getting good reviews before that. It was good to see that these are non-Japanese reviews, because obviously this film was very popular with the Japanese audience and they loved it. But it does sound like it's a very Japanese-centric film. Like, it will appeal most to people in Japan because it's very much, it very much centers around things that Japan has been dealing with for the past couple of years. But it's good to see that outside of Japan it's still being well received by critics. So that's a good sign. It means us non-Japanese G fans will probably enjoy it. I haven't heard really any complaints. The occasional, I think the people who do complain walk in expecting something that they're more, they walk in expecting something a little different than what it actually is. I think if you're expecting Pacific Rim style, Godzilla 2014 style, big Hollywood action, special effects, monster movie with explosions and action for 2 hours, you're probably going to be disappointed. I heard that Godzilla's screen time in the film isn't even that long. Keep in mind though, before you start criticizing the film for that, it's made on a much tighter budget than Godzilla 2014, and they still used CGI, which really tells you something. They actually used CGI, and there's about as much, if there's about as much Godzilla in this film, and they used as much CGI as in the 2014 one, that film was, the 2014 Godzilla movie was made on like a $150 million budget. I don't know how much Shin Godzilla was made for, but it's probably going to be a lot less than that. I'd say it's probably less than $50 million, maybe even less than 30. I don't know how much it cost, but I'm sure it wasn't anywhere near Godzilla 2014, the budget they had. But anyway, I'm not going to start comparing the two because they're very different films, but I am excited. I've been comparing this film a lot to Return of Godzilla, or Godzilla 1984, which just came out on Blu-ray and DVD, by the way, finally in the United States. Probably not my favorite Godzilla movie ever. I don't even think it cracks my top 10, but a well-made Godzilla film, a good return to form for Godzilla after the break from the Showa era. It's an interesting movie. I think the effects are pretty cool. As a kid, it scared me. It was one of the few Godzilla movies that ever really scared me because of the music and the tone, and Godzilla is so ferocious in that film. I hated the boat scene where the guy gets attacked by the bug thing. I thought that was horrible as a kid. But you know, overall, it's an alright film. It's I don't know, just something about it. I feel like it's trying too hard to be the 1954 film, but not be a total remake. So it just falls flat to me. I don't know. I'm a bigger fan of Godzilla vs. Biollante, Godzilla's other film from the 80s, and I just think that film does everything a little bit more successfully. It's hard to do a Godzilla standalone film and make it interesting. I think of the three we've had, Godzilla 54, Godzilla 85, and G98, probably the original is still the best. That's why Godzilla 2014, I think it was really smart that they added in other monsters, though arguably maybe that might have been the problem that we focused to. Anyway, I'm done talking about Godzilla 2014. That movie came out like 2 years ago. I don't need to talk about that movie anymore. We've talked about that movie enough. I'm excited for Shin Godzilla next week. And after that, I'll be slamming you guys with toy news and my reviews and the marketing, and we can really start divulging into the film, and then sequel news, sequel rumors that I've been talking about. I'm sure we'll finally get some word on that. But I can really, once I've seen the movie, I can just fanboy. Do expect, I'm sure, like a 40-minute whatever nonsense, 2-part review of the whole thing, because you know how I am. Anyway. The other big thing, if you know me, if you watch my videos, and I'm pretty damn excited about next week, is Gears of War 4 is finally coming back. Also on the same damn day. Comes out as well on Tuesday. Now, of course, if you pre-order, you can play it Friday. Now, I know, shockingly enough, as excited as I was, I didn't pre-order the game. It's just because I abstain now from pre-ordering video games. But I think everyone's come to a consensus that pre-ordering video games is not a good habit. It's not a good thing. It's become this very toxic thing in the industry, and it's not something I wish to support anymore. And to be honest, it's not even like that so much as just economics. Like, you know, why pre-order a game when in 6 months it's going to be half the price on Amazon? You know, I mean, I can just save myself the $30, or in a year it's going to come out at the same price with all the DLC included, right? Look at Taken King from Destiny. I'll definitely rent it, and I usually do, and I'm going to play it, and maybe eventually down the line buy it, but I definitely didn't pre-order it. Maybe if I get it as a Christmas gift though, that would be pretty cool. Maybe get the season pass with that as well. But I'm excited. Did get to watch the launch trailer that came out like a week ago, and that was fantastic. Finally, a good story trailer that we get. There was also the Horde mode trailer, and they keep putting out like 20-minute campaign gameplay trailers. But again, I'm trying to be vigilant. I don't want these things spoiled for me, guys. I'm becoming a purist. I want to savor it all in as fresh as possible. I want to enjoy it from beginning to end. So I've been avoiding that as well. I'm like a monk right now. So I haven't watched any of the gameplay trailers as much. But I watched the launch trailer, I watched the Horde mode trailer. I'm pretty damn excited. I've been replaying Gears of War 3 just to get myself in the mode and pumped. It's probably one of my favorite video game series up there, like next to like Assassin's Creed and Halo. And I bought the first Gears of War like I think a day or two after it came out, before it was even like a thing. I hate to sound like a hipster, but because it just seems so cool. I'm like, ooh, a new game series, I'll try it. And then it just picked up with sequels that I thought were so awesome. I didn't play Judgment, and people said it wasn't great, so I didn't bother. But I definitely am going to play Gears of War 4. I'm excited. It looks great. It looks still like classic Gears of War, but it's got new elements. And I'm excited for a new story, new characters, new enemies, but still with that classic Gears of War feeling. I'm pumped. It's going to be a good next 2 weeks, guys. It's going to be pumped. There's also Mafia 3, which, if you didn't know, that's coming out too, so I'll definitely try that. But the big ones are, of course, Gears of War and Shin Godzilla. So if you haven't already, I say go get your tickets for Shin Godzilla. But I really hope soon we don't have to wait too long for any sequel news or any news about the anime, because they kind of just announced that and then didn't tell us anything. Yeah, just stay pumped, guys. We're almost there. Finally, for some of us, we can finally see this movie and talk about it. And then hopefully we don't have to wait too long for a Blu-ray DVD release. I'd say probably hopefully before the holidays. Good Christmas present, right? Anyway, guys, I know it's been a while, but I'm glad to be back. And hope you guys enjoy this vlog. And I'll see you guys pretty soon. Bye!